But
yeah.
we're at the beautiful Sportsman's Lodge, so welcome. I know you got a big whiskey show, new album. I mean, tell us about how it feels, you know, to step in, like I say, the legacy of Saliva, because it's not a new band.
No.
But you know, you guys are new and improved. So talk about what it means, and you know where, you know, in historical perspective we're coming into.
I respect everything that they've built. You know, they've definitely been doing this a long time and laid all the groundwork out. And me coming in, it's just, you know, it's a great opportunity. Honor to be able to, like, you know, be in a band with these guys who really still believe that, you know, we're still climbing, you know, and still believe in rock and roll and believe in the band and what we're capable of doing. Always challenging ourselves. With the new record, that was kind of the thing, was when creating Rise Up, we knew we had to get back to what the band had started. It was all about, you know, the songs, and also, you know, just rock, you know, rock band, and no pop stuff or anything like that. We're just trying to, you know, deliver a real Saliva record. So yeah, I mean, the process has been very, very good. It's been great. So yeah.
Well, we love it, and you know, with roots in Memphis, you can't go wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, we look at the history of rock and roll, and with Sun Records and Stax Records and all the incredible stuff from Beale Street to, you know, all the great music coming out of there.
Yeah, great city.
You know, why is it important to kind of, you know, feel that kind of heartland, you know, spirit in the music, as far as, you know, being a band of the people and, you know, being right there, you know, with the common man?
I mean, I think, like, the history of Memphis, I mean, you know, says it all. And, you know, Elvis, and a lot of great things have happened there. And you know, Saliva is just one of those bands that did what they wanted to do, and I think that people, they caught on at the right time. You know, the whole hard rock, kind of rap rock stuff movement was coming out, and it worked for them.
Yeah. Well, I know it's all about the energy in the songs, because you can rock a crowd all day long, but if it's not a song they knew coming in or wanting to remember going out, it's just a short release of energy.
It is all about the songs. I mean, that's first and foremost, and but the live show definitely is what people pay the money to go see, and that's the important part of it's pretty important. It plays a big role. If you stand up there like statues, man, no one's gonna care. So.
Yeah, you might as well go home and listen to music, you know. Well, let's talk about some of the songs, and you know, which ones are obviously most important to you, or you know, the greatest to perform, you know, live, the greatest reaction. Why don't you break some of those down and talk about what you think makes those tick?
The new single, Rise Up, that's out. We shot a video for that too. That song live has been going over extremely well, so that's good. A lot of the old classic stuff, you know, is definitely still, you know, people
that's
come
what
to the
fans know.
That's what they know, yeah. So
you can't leave those out.
But watching them react to the newer material has been very, very good and positive. So
it fits in nice with the set.
Yes, totally does. I think we're like in the zone right now. You know, we've been on tour a little over 6 weeks, and it doesn't end until May 11th, and then we get to go home for a few weeks, and then fly to Abu Dhabi to do a U.S. military show, which will be fun, and back in America doing it all over again. So,
well, let's talk about the label, Rum Bum Records. You know, what's that all about, and why is that different than, you know, a lot of these major label and more corporate situations?
Well, the thing is major labels are, you know, the difference between indies and majors are majors. They feel they put the money and investment into you, but they want you to do things their way. You know what I mean? You might get that, you know, when they sign you and the trend's going, you break or whatever, you know, and then they're like, yeah, that's great, yeah, you're amazing, and then your next record doesn't really do well, and then they're like, okay, you're not that great, we're sorry.
Another priority.
Tough luck, yeah. Things with indies is that, you know, those are people that are fans of music and not just suits and ties, and they're, you know, they Rum Bum was a label that approached us. They were a new label, but, you know, they believed in the band. They let us do freedom to do what we want and make the record we want. They signed Saliva, so they aren't saying, okay, go make a record like this, make a Saliva record, you know. And they've just been very big supporters in our management. Field House management too has been really, really great. But yeah, Rum Bum, they've been awesome. They've been killer.
Now they're actually affiliated with a liquor company?
Louis Bacardi is the CEO of the label Rum Bum, and he's in the Bacardi family, so he's definitely not hurting for money, if that makes sense. So
yeah, liquor.
It was always nice to, like, when they were like, hey, yeah, Louis wants to meet you, so he's gonna, you know, fly in his private jet to Madison, Wisconsin tomorrow to meet you guys. It was like, okay, that's a win-win for us.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so they're can't say nothing bad about them. They're all real supportive and great, and on the up and coming too. As far as the label, I'm sure they'll be signing other artists and stuff before you know it. So.
Well, sex and drinks and rock and roll, it all goes together, man.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the songs, because I know the band has really got a big boost, you know, with the tie-ins with the WWE, and just, you know, like you said, there was a movement. There was some really hot bands out there. You know, tell us about the song "Click Click Boom." You know, and how that is to perform.
Well, obviously I didn't write the song, but you know, I love performing the songs. Great song. Crowds eat it up, man. You know, the energy's great on it. I think it's one of the songs that kind of high energy, you know, amps people up. You know, we get hit up all the time when we play shows every night. It's always people, you know, that were in Iraq or in the military and stuff, and we'll just say, man, Saliva's music and like Click Click Boom was what I was listening to when I was, you know, training or, you know, about to go to combat and stuff, and it really got me through a lot. And to hear that is amazing. I mean, that's like definitely it makes me feel good that I'm a part of something that, you know, these bands they created, and yeah, it's a great song, man.
Well, that's it. You know, a song can get you through a hard time, you know, and you know, that's amazing. How about My Disease? How is that to perform?
Your Disease. Song, yeah. That's one of my favorites to perform live. That's the first song that people ever were familiar with Saliva. That was their first single, and it's a great song.
So it holds a special place.
I heard it for the first time on the Dracula 2000 soundtrack. That's where I heard that song.
Wow, that's amazing.
Which was in 2000.
So again, being independently minded, you can be more entrepreneurial and really have more of a say in what you're doing, because you know the fans, you know what you're capable of artistically, and not having some, you know, business person trying to manipulate that.
Yeah, and I mean the fans are that's how we do this. That's how any rock band survives. You know what I mean? You gotta, people are, you know, it's the supporters and the believers, and you know, we're grateful. I'm definitely grateful, and you know, it's we don't take it for granted, that's for sure. So.
Yeah. Now, all you've seen over the years, you know, as we're talking, there's just some bands right up in the hills, in the garages, in the basements, and down the street. Man, they're at the rec room, and you know, breaking out the gear. What advice would you give them? Because obviously the business has changed radically, but if they're more in control of their own destiny, they don't really have to worry so much about a record deal. It's really developing your music,
well, and just good
marketing,
marketing yourself to the fullest, man. You have, it's free to market yourself these days. You have Facebook, you have YouTube, you have all these outlets, social media that you can get your band known. You know, I mean, people have been, you know, doing crazy things, man. You know, bands looking like Motley Crue meets Kiss now, you know, and, you know, hard rock bands killing it, and merch, and like just that's it. It's all it's always been marketing, though. Always been marketing from day one. So
it's about your imagination and again that energy
surround yourself
you
with
have.
Positive people that believe in the same thing you do. And just, dude, I mean, you control your own destiny.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, as far as like I say, an actual player. You know, I know you're mainly a singer, but say somebody's picking up an instrument, because there's just such a habit, you know, with the younger people to just point a mouse and click. But to actually be a master of your craft, whether you're playing a guitar, a keyboard,
I started with
a
drums,
drum,
actually,
did you?
And then moved to guitar.
Talk about the dedication or the sacrifice it takes if you're serious about entering this business.
Know your role, you know, in your band and what you're doing, and you know, definitely like think of like Zeppelin. You know, it's like John Bonham, John Paul Jones, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant. You got 4 guys that created that, you know, and just know your role. Like, you know, without John Bonham, Zeppelin songs don't sound the same, you know. It's, you know, I think everybody brings something to the table, you know, when you're in a band. So it takes 4 to 5 people to do it, unless you're Skinner, you know, 7 or 8.
Yeah, well, it's the chemistry, you know, going to the heart of Saliva, you know, to the, you know, the members that have been in the longest. What are they inspired by? What keeps you guys, you know, I know it's a new situation in a way, but, you know, for them, what do you think keeps them inspired?
It's just what we do. It's rock and roll is in us, man. That's we don't know how to do anything else. I mean, seriously. I can't change a car tire. I always say that. You know, I've never changed one. So, but you know, it's definitely like it's the fans and it's the dedication and it's the people that believe. You know what I mean? That's why we keep doing it.
The belief in rock and roll. You know, we're celebrating 50 years of the Beatles, and the music still sounds as hot as it did when it first came out.
I mean, it's prime example.
It's kept us young. You know, the South. We got Jerry Lee Lewis and Little Richard and Chuck Berry and, you know, all this incredible Buddy Holly and all this incredible music, you know, that came before us. So it's important to keep that going. You know, we can't think of that as the past history books, crazy as the industry's got, you know.
Those are legends, though.
Yeah, we got to inspire the new generation.
What's up, guys? Bobby here from Saliva. If you believe in your music, you got indie power.